So there is a man on the internet called Alexander Bell who seems to be suggesting, if you watch his latest YouTube uploads, he seems to be suggesting that he is the second coming of Christ. He's not saying it directly, he's not saying it outright, but he seems to be insinuating from the messages in his last few videos that he is the second coming of Christ. Now before we get all hateful and angry and judgmental and scathing and harsh, let's just consider the evidence to see if there is any credibility whatsoever, because you've got to be scientific about these things rather than just getting emotional and getting angry and getting judgmental. You've got to be scientific about everything to find out where does truth lie, because if you're interested in truth, then you've got to be scientific and you've got to look at the evidence first before you make up your mind. So let's look at some of the evidence. So he was born on the 22nd of the 11th, 1978, which makes him 42 at this moment in time. 22nd of the 11th, well, numerologically speaking, those are very powerful numbers, 2211. And if you add them up, of course, they make 33, which is a number very much associated with Christ. And I believe he died at the age of 33. The name Alexander means defender of mankind. So that's a very useful name if you're going to be the second coming of Christ, the defender of mankind. The father of Alexander is named Christopher. Christopher means bearer of Christ. At the age of 26, Alexander participated in a 40-day fast in the southern Sinai desert on the border close to Israel. On September the 28th, 2015, there was a very special event. Globally, it was recognized as a very special time. It was the Tetrad of blood moons, all of which appeared on Jewish feasts. So this was a very, very rare occurrence, something which hadn't happened for hundreds and hundreds of years. And it was publicized by a man called Mark Biltz, who made people aware that this was a very, very rare celestial event. And many people across the world were expecting Christ to return on September the 28th, 2015. That is the last day of the final blood moon, September the 28th, which also happened to be the birthday of Alexander's wife. So on September the 28th, 2015, Alexander was outside in nature and he had the most transformational, life-changing experience where Christ descended into him, fully descended into him, took over his mind, took over his thoughts, and essentially told him that he was to start communicating, start writing, and showed him in a vision that he would be talking to many, many people from behind a desk, being very, very careful with his words so that he wasn't misunderstood. So this was shown to Alexander. Alexander had this almost Christ illumination experience on the 28th of September 2015, the very last day of the blood moon, when hundreds of thousands of people across the globe, perhaps even millions of people, were wondering if Christ was going to return on that day. If you look at Alexander's videos, go back through all his videos on his YouTube channel, and you can see this man has spiritual wisdom. This man is not speaking from his ego. He's not speaking from ideas he's picked up in other books or other texts. This man is speaking from his deep wealth of spiritual experience and deep wisdom. And his videos are very, very enlightening. His videos are about coming closer to God. And if you watch his videos, you will see this for yourself. So be careful not to judge this man, or be careful not to dismiss his messages. Really analyze him. Put him under the microscope. If you really want to know who this man is, put him under the microscope. Listen to every word he says. Look at him carefully. Is he an actor? Is he a deceiver? Like there are so many actors and deceivers in this world. And a lot of them are Hollywood actors and politicians. So put this man under the microscope. Listen to his words. Is he being honest? Is he being genuine? And then I think the truth will be revealed to you. You don't have to make up your mind. I think the truth reveals itself to you when you pay full attention, when you analyze the evidence and you look and consider everything very carefully. I believe the truth reveals itself to you. So you don't even have to believe what someone is saying. You don't have to agree with what someone is saying about who they are, or etc., etc. The truth communicates to you profoundly, beyond words, and you see with your own eyes what is actually true, because your heart speaks to you, and you know. Then you can't be persuaded. Nice words can't convince you, because you know inside, you know intuitively, your heart tells you what is true. So I recommend you listen to this man, pay attention to his words, and maybe, just maybe, there is some very, very important information he has to share with you. So thank you for listening to this. I wish you well, and God bless you.